Catch. I like Tav. Can't catch. I'm not gonna pin it on me. Catch. You all trusting in your boy. That's all I can say. Like, real. Either your camera was dead. Okay. Hey everyone, it's Tav. Yeah. The person that I chose this week for the Excellence Awards is Taylor. The core value that I chose for her is professionalism, and it's because when we was on the John Bull call, like you sounded so professional and you knew what you was talking about, even though like I could see sometimes you did a little bit falter in the thing, but John Bull didn't notice it, but you did really, really well, and I was super proud of you. So, yeah. The thing that I plan to work on this week is being more attentive and being more aware of what's happening. So yeah.
Hi. The person I chose this week was also Taylor because of the John Bull call. I thought she did really well, and her presentation was very informative, and I really liked it a lot. And I chose customer centric. What I want to work on this week is learning how to edit photos. If I could just like sponge off Alex or Tyler back this week. So
Hello, this is Roberto. The person I chose this week was Lauren. Was on the shoot on last week Monday. I was experiencing her using the camera. It's like I seen so much growth from when she come. It's like her using the camera. It's like she was able to handle it well. Like she didn't need like the help she usually need like on time. Like I was so proud. Yeah. And thing I want to work on this week is being more intentional with the action that I do and then how I do my work. That's it.
And then this turn, she. Okay. The person I chose this week is Tev. Yes, I think that you've done a really great job of getting us kind of onboarded with Asana, and it seems a little daunting at times, but you've really made it like kind of an easier transition than it could have been. So, yes. The thing I want to work on this week is intentional growth and improvement. I did have kind of like a learning moment with myself on the trial block shoot last week, where kind of like a lot of the creative direction I had really tried to plan and like make sure everything ran smoothly got kind of upended during the shoot, and that was a bit overwhelming, but I handled it the best that I could at the time, but I do want to be able to handle it better going forward. So, yeah.
Okay, so I guess she is on a roll this week. The person I picked is Taylor. I picked Taylor because of her attitude. It was the Montino video. She surprised me. She gave input on the video. You know, I always tell everyone to just, if you see something in the video what I could improve on, you know, you could just let me know. And she did that. So once again, I'd always encourage that. What I wanted to work on, even though it's off to a bad start because of this morning, taking better care of my health. Yeah.
Hi, it's Lauren. The person I chose this week was Kennedy for attitude because she helped me set up some stuff for the Hard Ones episode. And the thing I want to work on is being less indecisive.
Why less indecisive and not more decisive?
I feel like they're kind of similar. Do you think they're different?
No, I just think talking about taking away something versus adding something. No, but I mean, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, they are pretty similar. That's dope, though. We gave her a round of applause. All right, so the person that I chose is Taylor. And not just for the Tribe Lock shoot, but the fact that since she came on, and it was tough between professionalism and attitude, but I chose attitude. Did I choose attitude? What did I choose? Attitude or intentional growth, or which one?
You chose attitude.
All right, attitude, right. Because, I mean, since she came on, she's been an immediate contributor. We're literally throwing, and I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff at her. And there has never been a situation where, even though I know it may be flustering sometimes and, it's a lot, like she handles it very well. And I wouldn't say I intentionally try to see if I could get her to break, but I have been throwing stuff at her because we need it done. And the fact that, this is a new position for everybody here, and she's been able to not just add and contribute, but okay, well, this is how we can build on this. And she's done it with a really positive attitude. So that's what I did. The thing that I'm working on this week is just organizing the strategy better for sales of CAD, for CAD sales. So that's one of the things that I'm working on. Well, the big thing.
So I guess we're just on a trend right now, and I guess I'll continue that trend because I also picked Taylor this week. And the reason I picked that is similar to what Ethan would have said. Since she's been here, she's been contributing heavily. And I've noticed a change from last week with the Tribe Block shoot, with everything, even throughout the week, handling a lot of the different things that are going on. And then showing up on Saturday and also having that shift from the Tribe Block shoot, and then Saturday being able to pivot as well. It really shows intentional growth and improvement. But I chose resourcefulness for that because even though things were being thrown at you, you were able to make decisions and get it done. So that's why I chose Taylor. And the thing that I'm working on this week is the departmental communication, better departmental communication across all channels. Oh, I thought you went already.
All right, so as we continue to ride the wave, I also picked Tay. And I picked Tay because I wasn't here much last week, but one thing that I've seen growth in is her creative briefs. And to be able to have that in production is something that we really appreciate, and we really, it is very helpful for us. But I've seen the one from Commonwealth Bank to now, and I've seen small changes that you've made to make it more useful and more what we need. And I pick customer centric because not only does it help us, it also helps the customer see their vision in a better light. And that always helps us in the actual day of production, which is good. So that's why I picked that, and that was customer centric. So yeah, and the thing that I'm going to work on this week is just triple checking everything that I do when it comes to production, especially when it comes to shooting, that I be focused or making sure my settings are right.
All right, team. That's good. I really like the fact that we are able to recognize excellence in our peers And, it's anonymous. We don't have a conference to decide who it is. It just shows that when you are, in fact, living the core values, when, this really is, I guess, for all intents and purposes, the guiding force of what it is that we do here, is recognizable. And it's very interesting because we had the same person highlighted was highlighted for different core values, and they were highlighted by their peers. So, but this is the purpose of the Excellence Awards, right? Because we want peer to peer. But I think it's pretty dope that everybody participated, everybody contributed, and everybody is seeing the work that their peers that we are doing as a collective. So I want everybody to give themselves a round of applause for that. Any other business?
Yes. Those who did the CIBC accounting with me, so the debit cards are ready. I just have to pick them up for my brother-in-law today. So tomorrow I get actual bank accounts to the try block and everything if need be. One, give me the percentage that you guys want to go to the CIBC accounts. And two, it is $50 because it did happen so quick. So whenever y'all want to make payment.
Okay. So what, they give you the cash, or you say it's $50? What is $50?
Oh, the whole process because it happened so quickly.
All right, so we need $50. Okay, so that's like the expediting fee. All right, yeah, they got that. Okay, cool. I do want to say, so we shared the disciplinary policy a couple of weeks ago. I really want you all to familiarize yourselves with that because I am still noticing infractions. And the reality is that going into Q2, that goes into full effect. We introduced it a couple of weeks ago for everybody to be familiarized with it. And so, when we're talking about deadlines, when we're talking about communication, when we're talking about following SOPs, if there's a SOP for it and there's an infraction, we just cannot afford to let those go unchecked. Okay? This is about really reinforcing the standard of excellence. And so I encourage you, familiarize yourself with that. You hear Alex talking about these triple check and stuff, like triple check, double check, communicate, because it goes straight across the board from Tyler straight through. And so if it is a situation where we are constantly getting infractions, because I'm still seeing simple stuff, guys, like simple stuff, like checking your emails. And we can't do what we are trying to do. We can't build what we're trying to build if we're still making the same simple mistakes, right? And it isn't fair to those team members who are complying, who are putting in the extra effort, who are making the things work. It isn't fair to them. And me as leader, I can't have people who are not up to level bringing down the people who are, because it just makes the ship heavier. And so I encourage you, familiarize yourself with it, because effective April 1, Tuesday, I given you all until the 31st. You got a week and a day, 8 days. Like, familiarize yourself with it, because if next month is like the last month, everybody getting right up. So, I would need us to make sure that we understand. And like I said, it isn't a situation where, we nitpicking or we trying to, this ain't a punishment thing, this ain't a punitive thing. This is if we say excellence is the standard, this is how we protect our standard of excellence, because there are team members who are busting their ass day in and day out. And it isn't fair to the collective if individuals are still not operating at that standard. All right, so consider this your encouragement to familiarize yourself with it. Because, like I said, effective April 1, which is Q2, is all in. All right. The next thing is next week, Tuesday. Oh no, Wednesday is April 1st. Right. So next week, Tuesday, we are going to have a. We have any shoot scheduled for Tuesday, first of all? Monday or Tuesday next week? All right, so I do want to do an all hands next week, Tuesday. So that's pretty much everybody who's in this room, plus Ivania and Ebony. Next week, Tuesday afternoon from 1 to 4, we are going to run through CAD from the internal perspective, so everybody understands exactly how we are using CAD to position ourselves as lifestyles. And then the next thing is that we're going to run through how we're deploying CAD in the market. This is a part of our internal activation, which is a step in the CAD process that we employ for our clients. I can't remember exactly which step it is right now. I think it's like step 4 or 5, the internal activation. But this is where we make sure that our core positioning and there's alignment in our communication internally. And then so that everybody can know. So if anybody asks you, hey, what does Lifestyles do? Chris, what you can tell them, what Lifestyles do? See, that's what we don't want. We want off the bat. You okay?
My eyes hurt and
Okay. But that's the idea. Like, we want to be able to, like, Alex, what your middle name is? See, like how he did that, he knows his middle name. We need to be able to riddle off what it is that we do just as good as we know our middle name. That makes sense? If we have a middle name. Some of us don't have middle names. Some of us have 2. Anyway, so Tuesday, 1 to 4, I'll talk to the head of the social committee. We may incorporate some bites or whatever during that time, so lunch may be on us, but it is just come prepared to understand exactly what it is. But the plan is that we can run through so that there's no confusion. We are aligned as we go to the market, okay? 1 to 4. 1 to 4. It's that important that we got to take that amount of time, okay? And I think that's it. Any other questions, queries, concerns? Guys, this is our last full week in Q1. Let's finish strong. Let's really take it to the finish line. Like, Q1 is done. This was a building phase, but I think we have a solid base by which to build the momentum to carry us throughout the rest of the year. Like, Q1 was, okay, now we know what we're doing for the rest of the year. And based on what we have done, based on the additions to the team, based on the internal restructuring, now that we have all that stuff onboarded, figured out, we introduced Tri-Block. That's been a phase of tweaking that, making sure that we're sorted with that. We have introduced Asana. We've brought on Taylor. We have Roberto and Ivania, who are coming in on to the team. We've been utilizing Nextdoor fully. We have Lauren, who is really, taking our social media and kind of ran with it. And so we have literally all of the tools that we need now to really do what we need to do, which is to get to that 8-figure mark. And I'm excited. Like, Q1 was kind of struggly, but we were building. But I really feel that we have the base to really build the momentum to carry us through to the end of the year. All right, and so I'm excited about Q2. I think it's going to be a transformative quarter from the standpoint of now we can be able to see the fruits of what we've been doing groundwork. Like, any of y'all ever built a house before? No way. Anyway, we've been doing the land preparation. So sometimes when you're building, not even the foundation, sometimes you got to prep the land, whether that's, you pour in piles before you even come out of the ground and go vertical. And so we've been doing a lot of land prep. We started building the foundation, but now we're going to see exactly how quickly we build this amazing structure called Lifestyles, because we have taken the time, and we've tried, and we've failed, and we've corrected, and we've adjusted. And so, I'm very excited for all of the things that Q2 is. I'm excited to build upon the things that we did in Q1, really cement them in Q2, and continue that momentum into Q4 to year end. Okay. Oh yeah, and then we also have. When do we do the calculations for? That's when we'll be announcing our first excellence winner.
April 1st, probably.
Right. Well, it'll probably be that week, but yeah. So that's going to be fun to see who would have actually won. No, well, next week Monday is the 30th. So technically, well, next week Monday would be the last one for, that'll be the last one. So we do the calculations and, all right, yeah. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I don't even know who close. Y'all know what we're talking about? Okay, just making sure. All right, so that's pretty much it. Any other business? No? All right, what's the standard? What's the standard? What are we? Awesome, guys, awesome.